slow moving load. So we got a couple of cars went on ahead of us, but I'm pretty sure I am not going to catch them up. I just don't want to meet the trucks coming the other way because they are going to make my day really bad, really fast. Even if they don't hit the harvester, there's a chance they might hit the header, knock the header askew, and then I've got to try and manoeuvre everything in the narrow confines of a country road. Still, no mishaps so far, so, well, there was the one heading down to the store, but no mishaps on the way back yet. It's oncoming traffic, so edge of the road. Try not to hit a tree. Nothing coming the other way yet, so we're still good. I am happy that I bought this harvester, I will say that. I mean, it wasn't a necessary purchase, but it certainly made harvesting a little bit quicker. Okay, our field should be coming up on the right here, or left even. And how are we going to do this? Okay, I need to be out of the cab for this. Yeah, like I was kind of a bit afraid of. We need to get that header off the road completely. Like about that. That should work. So this might actually work okay if I put it in reverse. Oh, here come the trucks. That's the first one. That's the second one. And I do have, oh, this might still be a problem. But if that happens, it might not be. Oh, come on. I've got to keep the header out of that shrub, because headers don't go through shrubs. Okay, we need to unpack this and turn it on. And get rolling. So here we go, second sunflower harvest of the reboot. And Taylor, good morning. Welcome to Saturday morning stream on Oakfield Farm. You have joined us in time for the sunflower harvest. And yes, since we don't do corn, using a Helianthus header is, in my mind, the better move. Obviously, yields are the same, but we can drive this at 9 miles an hour and just chew up the crop like crazy. But if you're doing corn, it actually makes more financial sense to get a corn header, because you'll get more use out of it. I have looked at people's videos, introduction videos. It's a really nice looking map. I'm also on the Oxygen David Discord server, And there have been a few issues. He is now, as of pretty much the day of release, working on Calmsden Farm 1.1 to fix the bugs on the map. But also, he's delayed the release of his 4K 8K texture pack until 1.1 comes out, I believe on Giant's Mod Hub. So we're looking at potentially this week working on the issues. Then it has to go to Giants. Giants will take however long Giants takes, although they only took 2 days to release version 1. So he could be a very quick turnaround. I think there are also 3 other collectibles which are stuck somewhere that you can't actually reach. So there are a couple of issues with the collectibles. Do not sell the. It's not a bug, but do not sell the chicken farm, because all of the gates and doors on the sheds and everything are connected to that. But yeah, there's a couple of issues, and as I said, he's working on them. They'll be done when they're done. There are a lot of reports of people who don't really understand how the map works or how he's had to implement stuff because of the limitations of Farming Simulator 22. He has mentioned that hopefully in Giant's next patch, bug fix patch, they will fix some of the issues that he's just had to work around for now. But yeah, he's been working on the fix since it released Tuesday, I want to say. So he's been working on the fix for the last 3 days. And as soon as the fix is in, he's got to get that to his testers to test. My impression is this is well, he's already said it's a single farm map, so it's not really designed for a multiplayer multi-farm setup. If you want to play multiplayer, it's a cooperative farm. The other issues, kind of like Marwell Manor, it seems that the best setup is to... Well, that's awkward. The best setup is to use New Farmer mode. And yeah, it is what it is at that point. Okay, I'm going to grab this thing and the big orange trailer. Grabbing this one just because it was handy. Right, and that's how Calmsden is really set up. Same way as Marwell Manor, you know, just play the farm as New Farmer. If you want to change your equipment, you can change your equipment. I think one of the things that was pointed out, Field 23 is free of charge at the moment, and the dog kennel's worth 400,000. So if you sell the dog, you get 400,000 money, which is don't know if that's a bug or whether that's in an intentional way of improving your starting life. Okay, can we get around here? Yes. Yeah, he's working on the issues. I'm good with that. He has mentioned Court Farm is his next project when he's complete with this one. And that is going to have multiple farm sites with small to medium fields. And so... you're not going to be running the big equipment. I think he's made a good choice with the equipment that Calmsden has. It's not big equipment, it's medium-sized equipment. But you kind of have to deal with that because the roads are so small. There's no traffic on Calmsden because the roads are so small. You'd spend your entire game session reversing to let the traffic pass you. So... I think the challenge of the map is you can't get big equipment, but you do have quite big fields. So you've got to work around that limitation. With Court Farm, you don't need big equipment because it's going to be small to medium fields. So engine was off, engine is now on. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, the main gripe I have with this harvester is it does unload very slowly, but probably realistically so. Anyway. But yes, well, I mean, yes, but yeah, I'm probably going to wait for Court Farm to come out as a replacement to this. I don't think I'm going to play Calmsden Farm as my Saturday series because I don't think it has the longevity of a map with more fields and more variety, but we'll see. How are we doing? 2000. And I could probably turn the beacons off. There we go. But I do, yeah, I have been, from what I've seen, the map is very impressive. The sunsets are incredible. And as I said, he does have a 2K and 4K, a 4K and 8K textures pack, but he's not releasing that until version 1.1 is on the mod hub, because he doesn't want to have to deal with fixing bugs in the textures, which may be caused by the fixes he's making right now. But anyway, good job. Yeah, I think can't remember how many Farm Sim 22 maps we've come out. Obviously, No Man's Land was the first mod map, but Calmsden's up there. I think there's been some released outside of Giant's mod hub, so yeah, take that as you feel. Some of them can be good, some of them are have issues, and you really don't have any recourse to fixing the issues. Okay. So it looks like we're doing okay with yield on this map. It looks like we're doing okay hitting the trees on the edge of this map too. Maybe hedges. As I've mentioned before, harvester headers do not go through hedges. It's part of the whole bales don't go through hedges script. Harvester headers don't either. So that's one lap of this. What's actually going on? We have... Looks like the Valtra 135 is still running at 9 kilometers an hour, so that's all good. I think I'll just run straight up to the edge here. Thing was, to get into the field with this header, I just had to start at the entrance. But now we're in, we can we can follow things a little easier. Already half full. I think obviously the Challenger will have to do a full loop of this field to catch up here. I would like to get another big trailer like the Dan Gravel and possibly stick it on the back of the doodad. Actually, no. We are now pushed for time here. Now, part of the issue is season planting. Is that there? I need to get planting done in the next 2 seasons, and these 2 fields are going to have winter crops in, so we have to get these fields cultivated, seeded and fertilized within the next couple of months. The other fields, we do have oilseed radishes germinated in all our fields now, so they are ready for spring planting, so they're just going to be sitting there waiting for a while. I mean, we do have a lot of width here, but I don't think I'm going to get that Challenger turned around in the area that it's got available over there. And we're not going to get there in time. I might be able to reverse it into a hedge or something, because suspend realism. I think everybody has had a field wither on them in Calmsden because of the whole 2 huge fields of wheat and barley, or wheat or barley. I'm not sure if the start is fixed for everybody. Sometimes the crop in a field can change on your start up. There we go. That was easy. Don't tell anybody. I'm driving through hedges. But I think that's part of the challenge of the startup. Obviously, the thing is once you've started, you've got a cultivated field, 2 fields to harvest, and then turnover. But from then onwards, it's going to take you 2 months per harvest, you get 2 months per harvest. So after after August, it's probably it gets a little bit easier. But I do agree. I think possibly a 2 or 3 month, but you can't do anything about August. Okay, let's go find this guy. This guy is still doing this guy stuff. So we're going to have to tidy up the edges. We've got a couple of strips down the middle that who knows what he was thinking. But this field is nearly finished topping. As soon as this is done, we're going to run this guy back to the farm, drop off the topper, and load up with the potato topper and go top the potato field as well. Not going to be doing much of anything about potatoes and sugar beets in the ground until the sunflowers are gone, because we are looking at rain tomorrow afternoon, and I don't know what the morning is going to be like, so I really want to get this field cleared. And I may do some prep work on this field before I go over to the potatoes and sugar beets. Although we're running out of sugar beet pallets, I think we've got enough sugar beets now to keep the sheep happy for a couple of weeks. But I do need to look at getting some new sugar or fresh sugar beet pallets ready in the shed. Oh, don't just do the right buttons, okay? You push that button to make it go forward, and you push that button to fold in the doodad. There we go. See, I know what I'm doing. Or at least I can fake it. Anyway, oh good grief, it's 12:30, oh no, 11:30 coming up. So probably won't get this field harvested completely. But what I might do is off camera, go and grab our slurry equipment and set that up at the side of the field ready to get some fertilization in. The thing with sunflowers, they are a very low nitrogen requiring crop, so the nitrogen levels of this field are horrible. And if we're going to be planting we did triticale rye in this field next year, then we're going to need a serious boost of nitrogen for next year. And so that's going to be digestate as a first round just to get a bit of a boost into the field. Then we'll plant the seed, which needs to be done before winter. And then I may spray the crop, I may leave it until spring. But we're probably going to need a lot of fertilizer on this field to bring it up to scratch. Don't know about the other stuff, lime either, what the pH levels are going to be like. I mean, obviously this is the second harvest on this field, and I think we're possibly looking at 1 every 3 harvests will lime the fields. So the 2 fields adjacent to this one at the east end, we did plant barley and corn this year. So we've harvested them twice this year, once the previous year. So they will probably need lime to bring the pH up. But I think, half a point pH deficit, it's not a significant issue in the larger scheme of things. So we'll go 2 harvests and then the third one will lime. Although with precision farming, that was what I was trying to get to. With precision farming, there isn't you need to lime every 3. It's just that it looks like it's probably a good idea to lime every 3. But you can do it more frequently to keep your pH levels to ideal. Do it more frequently, or you could do it less frequently if you feel like it. Anyway, did that. Oh, we're nearly full again. Gee. And that is why I'm glad I bought this harvester, because it does have quite a good capacity. Challenger, let's go. And we've done what, 2 headlands now? We've just started a third. Could possibly get away with not doing another one. Probably just start going up and down the field here. Though I'd need to kind of straighten this edge so that the worker doesn't have a nightmare. Anyway, how are we doing? 5,000 litres, that's not even a full tank. We will we'll empty this, we'll come back, we'll empty the harvester. I should probably Oh, the engine turned off already. Okay. That's good. Okay, what's the best way back to the farm? I think the best way back to the farm is the track down the side of the thing. The sawmill. Because the hills aren't quite so serious. Whatever the word is. That long drag up to the farm on the main farm entrance, we just end up crawling up there. Here we've got a flat section of road, or flat section of lane, and a very short climb at the end, which if we're going fast enough just isn't that noticeable. I actually have to slow down to manoeuvre through this bit anyway. I have no idea what I'm tipping out of this wine. Oh, we're doing grain door tip. Okay. Partly the advantage with the grain door tip, it does tip slower, but it doesn't hit the roof of the building. And this trailer does have a very high tip if you're running through the back gate. So that is our first tip of the harvest. I probably need to be in the cab for this. Helper G has completed their task. Oh, Helper G is the Valtra. So I'm going to have to take over there and get the rest of that field topped. So I'll be putting the harvester on a worker. And we'll be popping back from time to time to unload. So that's where I think it would be nice to have another trailer this size, because then I can have 2 trailers on the field and do a follow me convoy back to the yard to tip 60,000 litres rather than just 30. Anyway, here we are back again. I think I'm supposed to go around the other side, but not to worry. And totally blew that approach. Try that one again. There we go.